Hi, I'm Kim Arrington, and I'm from Carlsbad, New Mexico. I am currently a principal of a 1st through 5th grade elementary school. I've been in education 20-something years, 21, 22 years, and I was asked to turn around a low-performing school. When I took over this school, there was very low morale, and so I knew that I needed to build a structure to improve that. So the very first year, what I did is I modeled being inviting and purposeful in building trust and relationships, and through PLCs and just building those relationships, because there was a lack of trust. The second year, what I did is using Title I funds, Kate Asbell connected me with Sylvia Flores, and so Sylvia came and did some training for my staff that built relationships, that built trust, and that's when we developed the 5 Ps. And so each of we have those committees, and I had my teachers be able to choose which committee they would like to be on, and within that committee they came up with things that they felt like our school was already doing well and things that our school needed to improve on. And I was really excited because of the things that we were doing well. There was constant mention of some of the strategies I've implemented personally, as far as my character and being positive and encouraging, and those things that I'd really tried hard that first year to not necessarily do the structures, but model what being inviting and caring about people truly meant. And so we saw that in the second year as the foundation, and now we were able to build on that with the actual structures of invitational education. And so at that point, again, we're just beginning, but at that point they got in their groups and they came up with some ideas of how they wanted to make our school better. And what was neat is the ownership that developed out of that, and how positive they were as how can we make our school a better place, how can we make it more inviting, and then being intentional in the goals that they set on how to do that. With the high stakes testing and all the demands, we didn't do as much as we wanted to, but we did get started. And so this is my 3rd year, and so this year we kept mainly I asked the teachers what they wanted to do, if they wanted to keep in the same groups, and as far as the 5 Ps, and most of them, all of them pretty much did. And so this year, once a month, we have a 5 P committee meeting, and they sit down, and our first meeting just recently, I gave them just a sheet of paper and I said, this is what we said last year. Name one goal you accomplished last year that you wanted to accomplish, and then out of what we had said, name a couple of goals that you want to accomplish this year, and some ideas and like a roadmap of how we can accomplish that. And so we did that at the last meeting, and then the very next Wednesday after each month, after we do the 5P meeting, we have a leadership meeting. And there's a leader designated of the 5P, and they come back to the leadership meeting and they share with everybody in that leadership meeting, which is grade level represented, and they tell what each 5P, their goal is, how they want to accomplish that, and those kinds of things. And it's just really exciting to see the relationships and the trust built, and their pride, that pride they have again in their school. And our theme last year was they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so keeping our priorities straight, not only in your personal sense but in your professional sense, is so important. And so keeping that priority of caring and relationships as a foundation helps you keep everything in balance. And I truly believe that those relationships determine high stakes tests. Those kids, they don't you talk about abstract and concrete thinking. High stakes tests are very abstract to them. Really, it doesn't mean much to them. They don't have parents at home saying this is meaningful. Kids do well because they want to do well for someone. Either it's a parent or it's a teacher. And so when you develop those relationships, the whole environment is a positive one, and it's an excitement one. How well can we do on these tests? It's a challenge. It's not like, oh my goodness, I'm so stressed out. It's what can we do? How can we show how good we are? Because we are awesome kids. We are an awesome staff. We are the best school in all of New Mexico and all of the United States. Let's show them how good we are. Our growth was phenomenal this last year on SBA. We had SPED students grow 20-something points. Our 5th grade students on our math score grew 27 points in 1 year. We had phenomenal growth, and I truly believe it's because we had that foundation of caring and that purposeful invitation to learning and processes and people and places, and we were purposeful about it. I think that's another P in there. We were very purposeful in what we did, and making sure that everybody felt valued, and that this test wasn't something that was a negative. It was absolutely something positive to show you how wonderful you are.